This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for September 17th, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.41 points or 0.1% and closed at 403.96. Total trade volume was up with 72,536 shares changing hands at a total value of 447 million real or over $112,000. On the main board, two stocks were up. Leading the market was MJQ Education, up 0.51% or 10 real to 1,990 real per share, followed by Akleda Bank, which rose 0.29% or 20 real to 6,800 real per share. Only one stock was down. Grand Twins International dropped 0.28% or 20 real to 7,060 real per share. Meanwhile, the remaining six stocks on the main board stayed flat. Over on the growth board, DVD Engineering was up 0.50% or 10 real to 2,030 real per share, while JS Land was down 0.36% or 10 real to 2,770 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 58,550 shares changing hands at a total value of 396.6 million real or over $99,000, approximately 81% of the total trade volume on Wednesday. Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ recorded a distant second highest trade volume of the day with 3,291 shares changing hands at a total value of 6.7 million real or close to $1,700, about 4.5% of the total trade volume on September 17th. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD remained stable at 4,007 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was down to 96.77. Looking at global commodities, oil prices eased on Wednesday after rising more than 1% in the previous session, though ongoing geopolitical jitters provided a floor for the market, with traders eyeing an expected interest rate cut from the U.S. Federal Reserve later in the day. Brent crude futures were down 41 cents or 0.6% to $68.06 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures were down 37 cents, also around 0.6% to $64.15 a barrel. Gold retreated from a record high level touched in the previous session as investors locked in profits and a firmer dollar weighed on prices ahead of the U.S. Federal Reserve's policy decision later in the day. Spot gold was down 0.7% at $3,663.93 per ounce after hitting a record high of $3,702.95 on Tuesday. U.S. gold futures for December delivery also dropped 0.7% to $3,700.10. U.S. stock index futures were little changed on Wednesday as investors held back on big bets while awaiting an announcement after the U.S. Federal Reserve's two-day meeting to assess the monetary policy path. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average were up 0.05%, the S&P 500 was up 0.02%, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 hovered along the flat line. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for September 17th.